Welcome to the Royal Rumble. The road to WrestleMania is officially on the way as we're kicking things off tonight for the Defencdence Women's Championship. Jade kicking things off hot as she's going up against the genius of the sky and the Raw Women's Champion, Io Sky. As if you remember back last month at Retaliation, when Jade went up against Dakota Kai for the Women's United States Champion, Io Sky nearly costed Jade who United States Champion, and gave Dakota Kai a title and added more gold to Damage Control. If Io Sky would have been successful, then that would have made Damage Control draped in gold, with Io as the Raw Women's Champion, Dakota Kai as the United States Champion, and Bayley as the Intercontenal Champion. But she failed, and Jade is walking into Royal Rumble with two titles: the Women's United States Champion and the Defencdence Women's Champion. Will Jade be able to outlast and outperform the genius of the sky? Or will Jade show why she is the ace factor once again? Drenched in the CWO colors, the red and white, with the United States Champion and the red and white belt that is the Defencdence Women's Champion. Jade has been on a steamroll ever since winning the Defencdence Women's Champion at the final showcase against Youngblood. And ever since she won it, she's knocked down Zoe Stark. She's now knocked down Dakota Kai, and Io Shirai stands in her way. Damage Control is the unit blocking her way from standing as the most decorated, or she's already up there as one of the most decorated female wrestlers of all time. But here we go. We are moments away of the Defencdence Women's Champion being on the line to kick it off the road to WrestleMania, as Io Sky and Jade look to set the ball up high. As later on tonight, we also have Bayley and Youngblood in the Hell in a Cell match for the Women's Intercontenal Champion, as well as two Royal Rumble matches and a Women's Tag Team match for the Women's Tag Team Champions, as the Punk Stars go up against Alba, Fyre, and Isla Dawn. As the Punk Stars haven't defended their champion since they've won it, but we'll get to that when we get to that. As first, here we go. Bell is run. Dakota Kai and Io Shirai are about to go at it. I'm not Dakota Kai. Io Sky and Jade. Here we go. Ace towers over Io Sky as she has the height advantage, but Io Sky never really worried about the height advantage, as she has experience on her back. Ace just not allowing Sky to get anything going for her. It's world champion versus world champion. Only one of these two will walk out of the Royal Rumble as dual champion. Which one will it be? Who knows? But we'll find out soon. Sky now has control over the champ. Wrenching the left leg and aiming low against Ace. Drenching her head back. Ace now trying to fight back, trying to claw back. She's been against the odds before when she went against Youngblood at the final showcase. Misses the kick there. Sky dredging her against the top rope. Sky thinking, well, tosses Ace to the outside. Is Sky gonna fly? Sky gonna fly! Sky goes suicide diving! Ref starts his count as both competitors are on the outside of the ring. Championship advantage does lie in the favor of young Ace. So, even though Sky's the Raw Women's Champion, that does not affect her inside this match. Suplex by Sky into the outside. Refs at a 4 count. Young Ace reverses it. Seeing the moonsault coming, tosses Sky back inside the ring. This is the first time these two competitors have met one-on-one inside the ring. As the last time that these two met was in the 8-man tag match back at Retaliation. No, back after the NRT, right after Retaliation, which I believe came out like 2 days after it. 2 or 3 days after, which was Io Sky and the rest of Damage Control, along with Zoe Stark against Young Ace, Youngblood, and the Punk Stars, which was a team of Ace, Youngblood, and the Punk Stars ended up getting the win. But as far as one-on-one competition go, these two have not met before. They're two experienced wrestlers. One's wrestled all over the world. The other, Io Sky's an international sensation. Young Ace, more known as her impact that she has inside the CWO, along with Matt Connors and Gamer. And former team member AJ Danger, which that's another story of its own, but I mean, yeah. Sky's taunting, going for another moonsault. Ace seen that one coming again. Seems like Sky takes too long on those moonsaults. Ducks under. Hip tosses with the toss there. Going for a springboard. And then the springboard crossbody connects to a grounded Io Sky. Ace getting control back. Will it be enough? Going for the quick cover. Will it be enough to finish this off? 1, 2, and Sky kicks off. Kicks out of just shy of the 2 count. Sky now fighting back. Ducks, tosses Ace down with a drop kick to the face. Going for cover of her own. 1, and Ace kicks out of the 1 count. Ace is getting up as Sky is measuring her. Sky was unable to attack with a 13 takeover connects by Young Ace. Going to finish off Io Sky. 1, 2, and Sky kicks out of the 2 count. Sky stays in it for Damage Control. Young Ace unable to put away Io Sky and hold on to the Defencdence Women's Champion. And that's a submission hold. Wrenching the neck of Io Sky all the way back. And Io Sky finds a way out of it. And brings down Young Ace with neck. Ducks under as Young Ace just trying to figure out what's next. Hurricane Rana by Io Sky. Tosses Young Ace to the outside. Go for a drop kick, and down goes Ace. Sky rolling outside. This match looks to take place back on the outside here. Ref starting his count again. 2 count. Headbutt by Young Ace. And he's thinking she has us in the bag, perhaps. Just shoving the boot to Io's face. Just blatant disrespect to damage control, which hasn't been able to do much against Sky and Bayley, except, well, against Sky. Damage control hasn't been able to do much against Ace and Youngblood, but we can give Bayley credit where it's due. After the 7 count, Ace runs in to stop the count, and Sky's right behind her. But as I was saying, we can give Bayley credit where it's due, ending Youngblood's very lengthy reign as the women's Intercontenal champion. But also Youngblood's cashing her rematch clause here tonight at the Royal Rumble, and it's your main event of the evening. Going for the moonsault, and this time she connects. 3rd time the charm seemed to be it for Io Sky. Ace measuring up, using Io Sky's own finisher against her. Is Sky going to tap out of her own move? The damage is definitely wrenched into the face and arm of Sky, but Sky on it was able to get out of it. Thinking she's had enough of Young Ace's fanatics. Sky's gonna fly again. Sky's calling up Ace. Sky's flying and completely misses the suicide dive. Completely misses by like a few meters and did not measure up correctly. And there's the face buster to Io Sky. That move puts away so many competitors over the past few months. Sky just gets shoved into the ring. Going for the submission again, once again, onto the injured face of Io Sky. And Sky taps out immediately. And Young Ace is still your Defencdence Women's Champion. She walked in with both champions, and she's walking out as both champions. She successfully defended another champion in what has been so far the summer of Ace, no doubt about it. With her having almost 2 title matches a month for either the US, for either the Defencdence Women's or the Women's United Champion. But no matter what the match is, Young Ace has been able to get on top and stay on top, no matter who her opponent is. Is there anyone out there able to stop Young Ace? The following contest is the Women's Royal Rumble match, and it's the 2nd match of the night, which we've just seen Young Ace successfully defend the Defense Women's Champion, which means the winner of tonight's Royal Rumble match has the possibility to face Young Ace for the Defense Women's Champion, or can go to Wrestlemaina and go against any of the world champions of their choosing, and in order to win it, you have to be the last woman standing. As the rules are simple, 30 women enter, and the only way to get eliminated, you can throw your opponent over the top rope. Last one standing goes to Wrestlemaina. Simple. So we start things off with the former SmackDown Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley. Ripley is not happy, to say the least. She is not happy. After losing to Zoe Stark last month, and after losing her SmackDown Women's Champion to Zoe Stark last month, her whole path through WrestleMania has got a lot more thinner. There's a good chance that Rhea Ripley would not be able to go to WrestleMania, but her entrant as number 1 doesn't really help her case either anyways. But if anyone can win a number one, it's Rhea Ripley. And I believe she has her eyes set on Giannis. And the other two options, if you don't want to choose Giannis, is Alexa Bliss, which is the 0-Hour Women's Champion, or you can choose the newly crowned NOT Women's Champion, Tegan Knox. Which I think me and all of you know that if Rhea Ripley were to win this and go against any one of them, besides Giannis, she would crush him like a bug. So let's just be honest here. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Entry number 2 is the SmackDown Women's Champion herself, Zoe Stark. Things just got interesting here. Entry 1, the former SmackDown Women's Champion. Entry 2, the newly crowned SmackDown Women's Champion. Stark was the one to beat Rhea Ripley to become champion. Then so about the interesting here at the Royal Rumble. Zoe Stark also has the power in order to win at this early, though she's still early inside her wrestling career, but she definitely has the strength and the stamina to do so. But here we go. The Women's Royal Rumble match is officially kicked off with Rhea Ripley manhandling Zoe Stark early in this one. Seems like Ripley doesn't want to waste any time and using her power early, but Stark slips under. But Stark now from behind and a German suplex. Here we go. Getting ready for entry number 3 here. Entry number 3. The former Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair, and Zoe Stark hangs on by a thread. 3 powerhouses to start this match. We have the former SmackDown Women's Champion, the former Raw Women's Champion, and the SmackDown Women's Champion. All in one circle. Things are very interesting here. 3 powerhouses. Whoever number 4 is, if they're not in powerhouse, they ain't looking good for them. And it's the Miss Money in the Bank, Shayna Baszler. Baszler won the Money in the Bank briefcase last year at Wrestlemaina. She still hasn't cashed in yet. Her time is starting to... Her clock is running thin. And she only has 2 months to cash in. And Zoe Stark is eliminated by Rhea Ripley of all people. Rhea Ripley is eliminated by Bianca Belair. 2 eliminations back to back. And Tiffany Stratton's coming in at 5. If I was Stratton, I'd stay away from the ring right now between an angry Zoe Stark and pissed off Rhea Ripley. And well, we have Shayna Baszler in the ring as well. So, but as I was saying, Shayna Baszler's time with the Dynamic Briefcase is running thin. She has to find a moment soon to cash in, or else it would expire, and she would have gave up her full year length as the Money in the Bank briefcase, as it would be passed on to whoever wins this year's Money in the Bank briefcase, which participants have yet to be announced. But still, entry number 6 is Lita, a WWE Hall of Famer, going straight after Tiffany Stratton. Stratton now looking to eliminate the Hall of Famer, and she does. Lita does not last long in this match as Stratton gets her first elimination. That's probably the fastest elimination of all the eliminations so far. And Shayna Baszler just tossing Stratton. Entry number 7 now is Jacy Jayne. Jacy Jayne is desperate for an opportunity to win singles championship gold, and she would do whatever it takes to do so. And number 8, entry number 8, representing the Diamond Mine. Coming from NXT and 0 Hour as Ivy Nile. Doesn't seem like it on looking at her, but one of the strongest competitors in the women's division, especially on 0 Hour. And will do whatever it takes to get an opportunity to go to Wrestlemania. Stratton gets out of the headlock. And Baszler watches on. And she wasn't paying attention. And she gets a neck breaker by JC Jane. Entry number 9. Also coming from 0 Hour is Wendy Chu. Wendy Chu, another one that might not seem like looking at her might not seem like a intense competitor or someone that you would like, oh yeah, I can easily beat her. But Wendy Chu, once the bell rings, she's a completely different person. She will do whatever it takes to win. But she's, well, Charlotte Flair is entering number 10, and you know what that means. Charlotte Flair is going to win the Rumble now, because she gets what she wants. But if it's up to me, and the powers that be, Shayna Baszler is on the fortune getting eliminated. Charlotte Flair will not be going to WrestleMania, but, you know, it's not up to me. It's up to the powers that be, and Tiffany Stratton is eliminated by JC Jane. Wendy Chu, this is not a time to be taunting right now. As Bianca shows off her athleticism with the Gorilla Plus Slam, then the Moonsault. Entry number 11, Asuka, the Empress of Tomorrow. The last time we've seen Asuka inside a championship gold opportunity matchup of sorts is when she lost to Zoe Stark in June, as there's the winner of Zoe Stark and as there's the winner of 2 matches will meet in the middle. It's the mini tournament of sorts, which Asuka had a pretty good showing against Zoe Stark, but Zoe Stark would just seem to be more determined to win championship gold. Wendy Chu now and Asuka. That's a matchup I never thought I would see. And JC Jane was unable to get the suplex as Shayna Baszler had a scouting. Number 12, Roxanne Perez, or some people more know her as the Prodigy. JC Jane looked to get another elimination, but Ivy Nile has been eliminated. I didn't notice by who, but Nile has been eliminated. Flair was in the corner. Baszler looking to eliminate the Queen. A power slam by Bianca. She's trying to take out JC Jane. And the spear there. Defeat by Baszler. Bianca turning her attention over to Miss Money in the Bank, and she gets a boot to the face as well. Wendy Chu now has Asuka in a chin lock, and JC Jane has been eliminated. Number 3, Sasha Banks is back. Sasha Banks is back at entry number 13. Shayna Baszler looking to put an end to that party quickly. Baszler was not able to counter the fire that the Banks has. Asuka going the ropes. Charlotte on the ringside were able to stay in this match. A reverse suplex to Wendy Chu by Bianca Belair. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and a sleeper hold onto the Coquina Clutch onto Shayna Baszler, and entry number 14 into the Poison Pixie, Candice LeRae. Is basically going to tap out to her own finisher. And there's the leg sweep. And so much action going on. Bayley able to hopefully get out of her own move. And Candice LeRae gets a snake eyes to the top turnbuckle. Wicked clothesline by Bayley to Flair. Flair turn attention over to Wendy Chu. Bianca just taking a quick moment, but going after trying to go after Asuka and Banks. Flair halfway across the top rope. Is LeRae gonna do it? With a lot of hope of Shayna Baszler. And Charlotte Flair stays in it. Yeah, Charlotte Flair stays in it. She fights away the LeRae and Baszler. Reverse powerbomb onto LeRae. Baszler just ground and pounding onto Wendy Chu. Big knee there by Asuka. Both Charlotte and Sasha Banks, members of the Four Horsewomen, both of them multi-time world champions. And if they're able to win the Royal Rumble, it will be a major accolade, another major accolade into their career. They're already much decorated career. Baszler has been eliminated. Miss Money in the Bank. It can only lie on her briefcase now, and she's been eliminated by Charlotte Flair. It's the last chance Baszler has to go to WrestleMania. Is her briefcase. A wicked moonsault elbow dropped from Roxanne Perez there. Banks taking a lot of time in this match for breathers. You have to think even though she wrestled over internationally before this, but the Royal Rumble was much different compared to any other match type, especially international, because it's a boast on stamina. When they Chu perhaps trying to eliminate Bianca Belair, there'll be a big elimination there. So when they Chu able to do it, Bianca Belair stays in it. And entry number 15 is the former NXT Women's Champion, Liv Morgan. Moonsault there, and Roxanne Perez has been eliminated. Liv Morgan wants to head back to WrestleMania, as last year Morgan entered WrestleMania as a challenger for the NXT Women's Champion. She ended up winning it, and she held it all. She held it all year until Retaliation last month, where she lost it to Tegan Nox. So she wants to head back and perhaps repeat the glory that she had before. But entering at number 15, it's a long way to go, especially with the likes of Sasha Banks, Asuka, and Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair already inside the match. And who else? And you have no idea who else who's coming down the line either. 3, 2, 1. Enter number 16 is Lyra Valkyria. Lyra Valkyria has been doing quite impressive over at 0 Hour. Well, she's set to go up against Alba Fyre in the second round. And second round is what you could see as a tournament of sorts to see who will be next in line for the Raw Women's Champion. And she's already defeated Liv Morgan back in NXT. a few weeks ago. So that's already a competitor she has just faced before. And Asuka in the Forge elimination here. And Asuka is eliminated by Liv Morgan. Wendy Chu, Candice LeRae just got tossed over the top rope by Charlotte Flair. Banks turning her attention over to the Queen. Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair definitely has a history together, but Bianca Belair, gorilla pressing Liv Morgan over the top rope. Liv Morgan's out. Bianca adds another elimination to her name. The wind's clearing up fast. Wendy Chu and Charlotte Flair fighting with everything they have to stay alive. But Wendy Chu is about to get eliminated. So is Sasha Banks. Banks and Chu are both eliminated. Banks eliminated by Charlotte Flair. Chu eliminated by Cora and Belair. The ring was filled. Now we're down to 3. And here comes the next competitor. What a great showing by both Chu and Banks, lasting this long. Number 17. We know that laugh well. It's Trish Stratus. Multi-time women's champion. A Hall of Famer. And an icon in the women's division. Going right after the up-and-comer of Lyra Valkyria as Belair turns her focus over to Charlotte Flair. And what a stunning wizard there by Valkyria. Number 18 is the 0 Hour Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss. It's not normal. It's not normally the case where we see world champions enter the Royal Rumble, especially since the winner of the Royal Rumble gets the World Championship match. But speaking of World Champions in the Royal Rumble match, Bliss has been eliminated. That didn't last very long. And Trish Stratus has also been eliminated by Bianca Belair. This is going very quickly. Number 19, Lacey Evans. The last championship match was last month. And she lost to Youngblood when Youngblood placed the Intercontenal champion on the line days before Retaliation. And she didn't really end up great in that, but Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair are not going to make it well for her either. Charlotte Flair and Lacey Evans, 2 familiar foes as well. Number 20, representing the OC, it's me, Chin Mia Yim. The OC hasn't really done much so far, but Bianca Belair, Forge of Elimination. Valkyria helping out Charlotte Flair, and the EST is not going to WrestleMania. Charlotte Flair eliminates Bianca Belair. Belair lasted from number 3 to number 20, or 21 technically, and a hell of a showing. So Charlotte Flair showing why she is the queen, and lasting this long in the ring. Valkyria staying alive. She goes up against Mia Yim now. Yim stays alive with the kicks. Trish Stratus has been eliminated sometime. I believe it was Lacey Evans that eliminated her. Evans and Charlotte teaming up against Yim. Number 22, Shotzi. Some would call it the underdog of the Royal Rumble, and this is why the Royal Rumble is a match made for people like Shotzi, who don't normally get the opportunity to get a WrestleMania main event. And the Rumble could be her match, or could be the match to showcase someone like Shotzi and give them that platform to do so. without Cora. About to eliminate Sonya Deville, Hurricanrana, and Deville is gone. Number 23, the other half of Toxic Attraction, Jade Dolan. Jade it's had a very interesting match against Shayna Baszler earlier in the month. Actually, very interesting match with Shayna Baszler yesterday, as she went to the limits and ended up defeating Shayna Baszler. And now she's here in the Royal Rumble match at entry number 23. And entry number 24 now is one half of the very entertaining tag team of... And it's Katana Chance and Valkyra going right after Chance. Shotzi staying alive as Evans tried to eliminate her. 8 defeat to Chance. And a flapjack to Jade Dolan for her. Charlotte Flair, you can see that she is injured. Number 25 is the man, Becky Lynch. Valkyra has finally been eliminated. What a very impressive showing. This will go up the food chain for sure, and show that Valkyra is here to not mess around. She lasted this long for a reason. We had Sasha Banks. We have Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch now. All we're missing is the last member of the Four Horsewomen. That's Bayley, which we'll see later tonight in the main event. She places her Women's Intercontenal Champion on the line inside a Hell in a Cell match against Youngblood. GG. Chance looking to eliminate the Queen. Becky in the corner now. Charlotte trying to fight, trying to stay alive. Same as Becky Lynch. Charlotte stays in it. 4, 3, 2. Becky Lynch stays in it as well. 1. Number 26. We've just seen her in the match before, and it's Io Sky, the Raw Women's Champion. Io Sky. This is interesting, because as we just seen the match before this, Io Sky went up against Yanez for the Defencdence Women's Champion, and she failed. So it was the last minute addition as she eliminates Katana Chance very quickly. But as we're saying, it's the last minute addition. It seems that to enter herself into the Royal Rumble, we can only wonder whose spot did she take, because she had to take someone's spot in order to be in the Rumble. Shotzi looking to capitalize over a stunned Sky. GG on the top rope. Potential elimination here. Basically, yeah, GG stays in it. Sky trying to stay in it as Becky turns her attention over and shoving Sky to the mat, to the apron. 2, 1. Entry number 27, Blair Davenport. Coming over from the UK, Blair Davenport makes her debut here in the Women's Royal Rumble. Shotzi's eliminated. Io Sky's about to be eliminated as well, seems like, and she is by the Queen. The Queen is racking up eliminations here. So we have Lacey Evans, Charlotte Flair, Blair Davenport, Jade Dolan, Me Chin Me I Am, and the man Becky Lynch. Who's next in line? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Number 28 from 0 Hour, Nikita Lyons. Powerhouse, and another powerhouse of 0 Hour. Reach in, taking a moment under the ropes as a breather. Lynch looking to eliminate the other two Irishmen going out of here as... No. Gigi Dolan's not Irish. Duh. Number 29 is Dakota Kai from the Damage Control. Rubbing to some new attire here, it seems. Leg sweeping. Lacey Evans. Quickly comes in, eliminates Lacey Evans. Gets her taken care of. Not messing around. Gigi Dolan's been eliminated by Charlotte Flair, and Flair trying to stay alive in this one. It's Dakota Kai's turning her attention over to her. Blair Davenport looks over to the man. Davenport's hanging on. Lynch goes against the ropes. Charlotte Flair has finally been eliminated, but Dakota Kai of all people. It's number 30. It's former women's champion of Stacy Keibler. It's a surprise return, I guess. Made herself known in the Ruthless Aggression era. We're down to the final 5 of Dakota Kai, Stacy Keibler, Blair Davenport, Nikita Lyons, and Becky Lynch. And Blair Davenport has been eliminated, so we're down to the final 4 now. It's the past versus the future versus the present. Nikita Lyons on the Forge, staying in it. Nikita Lyons staying in it. And Keibler has been eliminated by Dakota Kai. Nikita Lyons stays in it. And double team by Lyons and Kai as they go after Becky Lynch. Dakota Kai taking a moment to breathe and just let Lyons and Lynch go at each other. And a pump kick to Lyons. Another pump kick over to Lyons. And a big drop slap over to Lyons. Dakota Kai staying in it as Lynch tried to eliminate Kai. Manhandle slam over to Lacey. Going for a big boot. Becky able to counter it. Takedown. Final 3, I guess. As I didn't mention, I'm not sure if I mentioned it before or not. It's the past versus the present versus the future. Past, or I guess the present being Becky Lynch. Future being Kai and Lyons. Kai just letting Lyons and Becky go at it. Lyons missed the spear there to eliminate Becky Lynch. Lyons trying to use her power to eliminate Dakota Kai, but Kai seems to have her on the apron now. Perhaps the forge of elimination. But changing her mind. Becky with a combo now. Going for the cover, but there's no covers inside the Royal Rumble match. German suplex by Nikita Lyons. Becky Lynch trying to eliminate Lyons from in the corner. Has her up on the top. Could this be it for Nikita Lyons? Wicked clothesline from behind to attack Dakota Kai. Kai stays in it. Kai stays in it with another counter. It's Lynch. Kai now going at it. Kai goes down. Having Becky Lynch scouting. He took some time away to scout some potential opponents that should potentially meet inside the Royal Rumble match. It seems like it's working off so far. Nikita Lyons and Dakota Kai just taking turns going after Becky Lynch. Dakota Kai perhaps trying to finish off Nikita Lyons, but did not work in her favor. Big boot! And Kai was able to hang on enough to stay in this match as Lyons was able to counter. Big boot! Becky Lynch is eliminated or down to the final two of Nikita Lyons and Dakota Kai. Lyons just tosses Dakota Kai across the ring. And Dakota Kai is your women's Royal Rumble winner as she's going to Wrestlemania to finally get her Wrestlemania match. And it's 4, and the game is glitching again. Lovely. But Dakota Kai is going to Wrestlemania and getting her world title match. Who will she choose? It's up in the air. But you can highly anticipate the favorite, but the one she will likely choose will be Jade. But we'll soon find out who she will choose. Soon. But we still have more action yet to come. As up next is the Women's Tag Team Championship match. Then the Men's Royal Rumble following that. Then the main event is the Hell in a Cell match. Here we go. Women's Tag Team action now. As the team of Alba, Fyre, and Isla Dawn finally get their tag team match. Most anticipated Women's Tag Team Championship match that they've earned the right to nearly a month ago. As last month, they have defeated Roxanne Perez and Nikita Lyons in order to get this opportunity to face the Punk Stars for the Women's Tag Team Champions here at the Royal Rumble. Now, we need to turn our attention away from the Women's Royal Rumble match that just happened in a very interesting turn of events, let's say the least, with some superstars, and turn attention to this match, even though it's going to be very difficult to do, but we're going to at least try to do it. Because Fyre and Dawn have earned the right to be here, and have every right to have all of attention, especially going up against the likes of Cora, Jade, and Eli Punk. Eli Punk and Cora Jade, two friends, two best of friends, turned to tag teams. Cora Jade already has somewhat distinguished career and somewhat tag career in the bag before she met Eli, before she helped Eli Punk get her career inside this business. And inside this business and give her a job at 0 Hour and partially NRT, but together they have climbed the ranks of of the WWE and here on the channel, and have defeated the likes of Damage Control, defeated the likes of the Bella Twins and Toxic Attraction in order to call themselves the best women's tag team around. Lately you can see not complete shift momentum, as you can call it, but perhaps some tension, as Eli Punk seems to be the one to heel, to have fun, and she's like, yeah, I'm here in the WWE, I'm finally here on the big stage, I'm a world champion, I'm here to, yeah, let's party. Cora Jade's like, nah, man, we're doing business. I didn't come here to have to party, I'm coming here to do business. So that's like perhaps some tension you can see between the two. But in the ring, once the bell ends, they seem to be on the same page no matter what. So that's all that really matters. What happens backstage doesn't matter as long as they work together inside the ring. As the women's tag team champions, there, it's Punk and Jade, but to do the second title defense. I said the first or the second title defense. It's the Wicked Nightmares against the Punk Stars for the tag team gold. Refs collecting the titles, and which one is hosting it up high to show the crowd. Yep, it's official. It's for the titles, for the belts, for the straps, whatever you want to call it. Here we go. Cora, Jade, and Alba Fyre starting up this contest. It's on the way. Fyre and Jade have met before. I believe in only tag competition, and Fyre is going for the tag early, tagging in Isla Dawn. If I don't like calling people crazy, but Isla Dawn's definitely the more crazier one of the two. Definitely seeing a different outlook on life and the ability to rise up the dead. Seems like Cora Jade has scouted Isla Dawn a bit. Seems to be taking the early advantage here. Speaking of early advantage, scoop slam of sorts, with a quick pin early, but Jade stays alive and kicks out before the 1 count. Wicked forearm there. Isla Dawn trying to go one of her own, but couldn't connect. Dawn now winning. Jade to the ropes. Jade reverse the pullback attack and going for a neck breaker. Jade seems to not be allowing Isla Dawn any moment to give her team an advantage. She's just using her tag team experience as a former NXT Women's Tag Team Champion, even though it was only for a few days, but using that experience to come in handy. Isla Dawn now just aiming for nothing except that left arm of Cora Jade. Jade seems to be having enough here, trying to claw her way back. Trying to go for some strikes, but Dawn taking her back to the ropes and shoves her over the top rope. If this was a few minutes earlier, so the Royal Rumble match, Jade would have been eliminated. Jade grabbing and distracted Isla and using the ropes as an attack, as a weapon. Using getting up some momentum. Didn't walk. Dawn face crashes Jade to the mat. An interesting note to take here is that's the second tag that the Undead Nightmares have went for, and Jade's yet to tag in Eli Punk. Very interesting note to have here, and super kick connects to Alba Fyre. Seems like Jade's aiming for the tag, and Eli Punk is finally legal. In the game, aiming for the gut there, and a Hurricane Rana by Punk. Kick there by Fyre. Insecurity. Fyre. Alba Fyre, an experienced, a very well experienced, and she goes to the tag, never mind. But yeah, Fyre is a very well experienced competitor. As both Jade and Punk are both relatively new, especially Eli Punk, as this is her rookie year in Isla Dawn. Well known across the Indies. Punk and Dawn, this is probably an evenly matched matchup between the two. It slightly favors Dawn, but that's about it. But not by much. Punk trying to gain some momentum here. Blowing a kiss to the crowd, telling them that she is the Punk that Roses plays in the double axe and it connects to Isla Dawn. Dawn seen it coming. Tags in Fyre. Fyre has way more experience on her hand, especially as the longest NXT UK Women's Champion of all time. Fyre going for a springboard kick there. Going for a quick cover on Punk. And Punk kicks out at 1 seconds before Cora Jade comes in to break up the pin. Fyre is aiming just for the kicks to the face there to Eli Punk. Some more kicks. A face buster to Punk. Punk has no idea where she is. Fyre looking to put away Punk here. Going for the top rope, perhaps looking for the Swanton to finish this off. Swanton! But Eli Punk rolls out of the ring at the last second, saving herself. Trying to get Fyre comes out from behind, but trying to go for suicide, but Punk turns around in the very last second and avoids it. 2-minute shove advantage is in effect since Jade and Punk are the champions. It's in their favor. Seems like Eli Punk just can't seem to get anything going against Fyre. Seems like that chop block to the leg is something to get started on. Refs at a 6 count now. This match better not end in a count out, but you never know. 7, but then back to the win. Make it forearm. Punk now. An elbow to the chest drives down Fyre. And Dawn's right there to break it up. Watch her under. Super kick connects. Fyre and Punk seems to be the best combo so far in this matchup. Punk throws up Fyre. Fyre tanks in Dawn. Dawn comes in with a heavy running knee. Screaming at Punk. Chucks her to the ropes. Ducks under. And another heavy scoop slam there by Dawn. Dawn now with a big high kick to Punk. to stay to become new champions, and Cora Jade's right there to break it off. Seems the Cora Jade's helping Eli Punk a lot in this one. That's something to take note. Fyre turns her attention over to Punk. Dawn is perhaps looking to finish this off. Shoves Punk back down into the ring. Jade is not taking any more funny business. His aim is straight for Dawn. Right after she got the tag in, Fyre is now the leading competitor here. Tanks in Cora Jade. Jade's legal. Back to Cora Jade for his Alba Fyre. And a Hurricane Rana connects. Fyre seems to have Cora Jade scouted there. And step up kick connects. A wicked forearm. Jade's not staying down. She wants to still be champion. Big kick with a combo there. Attacking the lower back of Fyre. Jade's looking for the DDT, and it connects. Double hook DDT connects. Double Fyre. 1, 2, 3. And the Punk Stars are still your Not Just TV Women's Tag Team Champions. The DDT, double arm DDT, double hook DDT, whatever you want to call it, by Cora Jade was able to leave Fyre down for the 3 count, and was able to leave the Punk Stars as still your Women's Tag Team Champions. So Cora Jade and Eli Punk are leaving the Royal Rumble as champions, knowing their path to Wrestlemania looks a lot more clearer. Still one stop left. That's next month, the Eliminators Chamber. Who knows what will happen? Is up next is the Men's Royal Rumble match. The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall, and it is now time for the Men's Royal Rumble match. Number 1 and number 2 will start in the ring as normal. On the way to win the match, all 29 competitors' feet have touched the floor, and the last one standing will go straight to Wrestlemania and get the title match that they would like. And we're starting off with Seth Rollins as entry number 1. We have the Architect, the Messiah, Seth freaking Rollins. You can guarantee your hard-earned money that if Seth Rollins were to win defy the odds and win this Royal Rumble match, he would go straight after Alex Young. Alex Young, currently, so far, unless something appears within the next 2 months, there's two choices. There's 2 choices for whoever wins the Royal Rumble. Option A, Johnny Gargano and the Defencdence World Champion. Option B, Alex Young and the Undisputed Champion of Champions. That's your 2 options. No matter whoever wins this Rumble, you're in for a fight. No matter what. Because you're either going against Alex Young, which has been nearly unstoppable for the last year, or you're going to go against John Gargano, which is set to go against Randy Orton and Edge at the Elimination Chamber in a triple threat match. And he defeated Randy Orton at Retaliation. So either way, you're up for a fight. But back to the Rumble, we have entry number 2 here, and it's the phenomenal AJ Styles. He's represented the OC tonight. So if Seth Rollins and AJ Styles starting off 1 and 2, Styles definitely had some unfinished business with Alex Young because in case you forgot, back on April 8th of this year, with they combined the Impact World Champion, IWGP World Title, and the Champion of Champions to form the Undisputed Champion of Champions, AJ Styles went into that match as the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. So you bet that AJ Styles is going into this match focused on winning and turning and steering a hole straight to Alex Young, wanting his IWGP Heavyweight Champion back. But here we go. Royal Rumble match. AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, starting off 1 and 2. Who knows who number 3 or whoever else is going to be in this match. Right now, Seth Rollins going with a sling blade, taking advantage early in this one. We're starting off quickly. Here comes entry number 3. 4, 3, 2, 1. Number 3. The former Defencdence. The former Defencdence World Champion at this time last year. It was Rey Mysterio. It's Rey Mysterio. The last time we seen him was at Wrestlemaina last year, where he went into Wrestlemaina as the Defencdence World Champion and then lost it to Willow, and then Willow lost it to Johnny. So here we go, entry number 4. We're going off quickly here. Springboard crossbody by Rey Mysterio, and number 4, representing the Alpha Academy, Chad Gable. We're in 4 very interesting competitors. Chad Gable doesn't really have beef with any one of them, Johnny or Young, but Gable versus Gargano, yes please. And Seth Rollins has been eliminated by AJ Styles. Rollins is the first one eliminated. Didn't last that very long, honestly. Lasted a lot shorter than expected, but Styles with springboard maneuver number 5. It's Robert Roode. The first surprise entry there. We haven't seen Robert Roode at all in the last year. Last probably year and a half, honestly. As he comes into this Rumble, one, to put his name back out there and to show people that he is Robert Roode. He's been successful all over the world. Not really so much in the WWE, but and he wants to become world champion. Grayson Waller. Rey Mysterio has been eliminated by Chad Gable, but Grayson Waller from Ground Zero, no, not from Ground Zero, from 0 Hour, has now entered the match. As he turns his attention over to Chad Gable, and the wicked clothesline takes him out. So we have Rey Mysterio and Seth Rollins both eliminated. We're going through this quickly. Grayson Waller trying to recover underneath the ropes. The Rock coming back from Hollywood to try to win the Royal Rumble and try to go to WrestleMania in Montreal, Quebec, Canada this year. There was some rumors last year of Alex Young potentially having a match with The Rock at SummerSlam last year, but that obviously did not go through. So could we perhaps see that match come to fruition this year at WrestleMania? But comes to entry number 8 now. Logan Paul, the YouTube sensation. So we have a mix of styles here, pun not intended, mix of wrestling styles in this ring. We have Grayson Waller and AJ Styles. Those two definitely have a history. Chad Gable and The Rock going at each other. But I almost said Bobby Roode. Robert Roode taking time to recover and use his experience to try to try to last a bit longer this match. Robert Roode and Styles, definitely some history there. J.D. McDonough, the skill champion, enters a number 9. JD does not want to put a skill champion on the line in WrestleMania. Instead, he wants to go for one of the world titles, which, I mean, I don't blame him. You just won your skill champion at last month at Retaliation, just a few weeks ago, and now you want to keep that fire going and go straight to WrestleMania and get a world title. I don't blame you. And speaking of McDonough, here comes his former, here comes the person that he beat last month at Retaliation, the former skill champion, explosive Matt Connors. The explosive Grayson Waller and The Rock have been eliminated. Matt Connors representing the CWO here. Former skill champion, held it for quite some time. But Logan Paul looking to eliminate Connors, but Connors staying in it. Chad Gable turning his focus over to the skill champion, Jade McDonough. Robert Roode seeing what Connors had, and we counters with a neck breaker. Logan Paul and AJ Styles now. Oh, JD looking for elimination. No, you just, excuse me. Like it's a high knee to the face to Chad Gable. Connors trying to take a moment to recover. And number 11 is the one and only Ricochet. I believe the last time we seen Ricochet, if I stand corrected, was at Ground Zero inside that Fatal 5-Way match for the skill champion, which Matt Connors ended up winning to retain the skill champion. Logan Paul, some wicked kicks to the chest and the head of McDonough. And Connors getting close to eliminating Chad Gable, but Gable stays in it, keeps his championship dreams alive. Ilya Dragunov, number 12. Dragunov. Oh, Dragunov and Gunn. There's definitely some history there. I can tell you that much. As you can look back on the channel at Dragunov's and Alex Young's, was it a ladder match or TLC? I think it was a TLC match. With those two had, I believe it's for the Mercenary Champion. They tore the house down. Speaking of tearing the house down, Dragunov and Connors, those two 1-on-1, that'll be a pretty interesting match. Suplex there, Chad Gable going for the Three Amigos on Matt Connors. JD looking to get another elimination. But looks like, I think it was Dragunov? No, it was Robert Roode. He stays in it. Robert Roode trying to do the exact opposite and eliminate McDonough. It's getting close. Is McDonough going to get eliminated? Is the skill champion going to stay in it? Or is his dreams of... Oh no, his dreams of potentially becoming world champion and headlining WrestleMania stays alive. Connors in the corner. Gable and Styles underneath the ropes. I believe we're going on to the next entry. Will be entry number 14. Since Styles came in at number 2. Styles hanging on. So he is very much hanging on and hoping to go to WrestleMania and get a shot back at Alex Young. Right now, McDonough's not in a spot he would like to be in. That's in the corner. And Dragunov was on the apron. Hanging on. But instead comes back and turns his focus to the Ricochet. Connors and Styles. Sign me up for that. Yes, please. Styles reverses. Chad Gable going for a wrestling takedown. Neckbreaker there with Styles to Connors. Ricochet recovering from under the ropes. Some wicked slaps and Robert Roode has been eliminated by AJ Styles. Some strength suplexes there by Ricochet and a standing moonsault to Dragunov. Connors on the apron. Gets back in safely.
McDonough has been eliminated by Mark Connors of all people. And a poison rana to AJ Styles. Mark Connors is on fire. He got his redemption somewhat by eliminating Jade and McDonough in the Royal Rumble and getting one step closer to getting his second world title. But Logan Paul is looking to finish that, end that dream for Mark Connors. Logan Paul getting close to putting the finishing touches, and Giant Gable trying to hang on, but did not work. And Styles turn around, got too cocky when eliminating Chad Gable, and is now eliminated from 2 to 13 or 14. And what a showing by AJ Styles! Almost stayed for halfway through it. But in case you missed it, the latest entry inside the Royal Rumble is Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. We've seen Cody Rhodes and Alex Young go at it 3 times. And all 3 times, Alex Young came out with the better man. Cody Rhodes started off hot by eliminating Dragunov. But here comes one half of the Defencdence Tag Team Champions and the Mercenary Champion, Jacob Graves. Graves is already looking to start off hot by eliminating Logan Paul, and the crowd erupts and cheers as no one wanted to see Logan Paul go to WrestleMania. No one. So no matter what happens now with Jacob Graves, the crowd loves him. Because why wouldn't they? Who realistically likes Logan Paul and wants to see him go against Johnny Gargano or Alex Young? No one. But entry number 15 now, we're halfway through. It's the Rated R Superstar Edge. Matt Connors hanging on. Stays in it. I believe the longest entry now is Matt Connors, I believe. This came in at 12 or 11. 4, 3, 2, 1. Entry number 16. Braun Breaker. Another superstar from 0 Hour. Both Waller and Breaker taking this moment to shine, and Jacob Graves took complete control over the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Normally, that Achilles lock with Jacob Graves would automatically help him in this match. But it's a Royal Rumble match, and submissions do not count. So, it doesn't really help him. Number 17 is The Miz. But speaking of the Achilles lock, Matt Connors is eliminated by Braun Breaker. What a showing by Matt Connors. Well, Cody Rhodes looking to eliminate Braun Breaker now. As I was saying, the Achilles lock is the same reason why we haven't seen Alex Young for a few months now, honestly. And we're hoping he's back for WrestleMania, because if not, it's a big hole. Big hole in the lineup. We're hoping he's back. Number 18, Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate, definitely an underdog here in the Royal Rumble. Wants to show that he has that willpower to last quite a while. Because I mean, number 18, that's still a bit of way to go. And someone's busted open. Seems like it's Cody Rhodes. Yep, Cody Rhodes busted open, and Braun Breaker showing his strength off by just tossing Cody Rhodes around the ring, going for a dropkick to Graves. Number 19, a former Royal Rumble winner, Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura versus John Gargano. Yes, please. Ricochet. We trying to stay in this from Edge. Graves with the springboard maneuver. Graves taking out all the stops here. took on everything under the book to eliminate Ricochet. Now Edge looking to eliminate Graves now. Crossroads to The Miz. It took like 17 minutes, but the one was finally starting to get going here. It's starting to get chaotic of sorts. Cody Rhodes looking to eliminate. Oh, never mind. Graves just manhandling Tyler Bate there, and Tyler Bate absolutely no so with it whatsoever. For a reverse suplex there by Nakamura. Graves to the ropes, and a scoop slam by Edge to Graves. Wins getting full. Who's going to be the next entry? A military press. The Miz, Tyler Bate handing on. Miz trying to roll to the outside. Cody Rhodes at the corner, trying to recuperate. 3, 2, 1. Bulldog by Edge. It's John Cena! A 3-time Royal Rumble winner. Mr. Doctor of Thugonomics. Hustle, loyalty, and respect himself, John Cena. The last time we've seen John Cena was last year when he cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase against Alex Young unexpectedly and lost. Number 20, John Cena. Holy crap. Edge and Cena. The history right there. And imagine seeing John Cena at Wrestlemania in Montreal. No matter who he faces, it's already going to be a historic match. Nakamura from behind Cena. Placing him in the corner. Trying to eliminate Cena. And a powerbomb by Edge to Miz. Graves turning his attention back to Tyler Bate. And a suplex by Cody Rhodes to Edge. Graves. And an air raid crash to Cena. Like Jacob Graves and Miz trying to eliminate the Mercenary Champion. He has him up on the top rope. Just needs to push him over. As Graves going to stay in it. And Graves stays in it and proves once again why he is the Mercenary Champion by staying in this match for quite a while, honestly. Cody Rhodes against Tyler Bate. And an alley-oop slam. Cena with a reverse and the DDT, and Nakamura is now busted open. Looking for the powerbomb and Crossroads to Braun Breaker. Edge in the corner now. No one's paying attention, so Edge is getting a moment to recover. Go for pedigree. A power driver there from Cody Rhodes to Nakamura. Graves is now eliminated by the Rated R Superstar. Jacob Graves, what a showing. But The Miz is also eliminated at the same time. What a showing by Jacob Graves. Came in, I believe, 13, 14. And lasted quite a while. So right now we have John Cena, Braun Breaker, Shinsuke Nakamura, Tyler Bate, Cody Rhodes, and Edge. Currently in the ring, plus I believe we still have about 10 more entries left to go. 9 more entries. Casino is number 20. What is Cody Rhodes doing? Don't break Edge's neck again, please. And running a hook and run to the Cody Rhodes, but Tyler Bate looking to eliminate Nakamura. Has him up on the top. Potential elimination here. Seems to push him over. 2, 1. Nakamura stays in it. Number 21. Bronson Reed. The return of Bronson Reed has arrived. The master of the tsunami. goes straight after Nakamura. But Edge takes down Bronson. But gets right back up and just manhandles Cody Rhodes. Edge now on the apron. Turn his attention back to Tyler Bate. Entry number 22. Tommaso Ciampa. 22 is a pretty good number. Basically any number from here on out. From 22, or basically 21 to 30. Gives you a pretty solid chance of winning this thing. Tommaso Ciampa coming at 22, and he potentially wins this. It goes against Johnny Gargano at WrestleMania for the Defenders World Champion. And there's the attitude adjustment to Tommaso Ciampa, and you can just throw that idea out the window. It's not looking good for Ciampa right now, I'm just saying. Not looking great, but we'll see how this goes. And Tyler Bate hanging on, and he stays in it. Have the instinct to keep up and knock Edge of the face right at the right moment to stay in this thing, and he does. But looking to eliminate Edge to return the payback or to return the favor or whatever. Braun Breaker hanging on, and John Cena eliminates Braun Breaker, and Edge hangs on. John Cena is now busted open by a knee to the face and a headbutt by Edge, and a power by Tyler Bate. Turn his attention back to, and there's the running heel kick. And Cody Rhodes just absolute flattens Tyler Bate's momentum. Nakamura is not going to eliminate Cody Rhodes. Now for a minute there he was going to do it, but no. Ciampa in the corner. Cody Rhodes hanging on once again. Up in the top corner is Tyler Bate. Nakamura looking to eliminate the Englishman. 6, 5, 4. Tyler Bate. 2, 1. Tyler Bate still in this thing. And number 23 is the other half of the Defenders Tag Team Champions, Randy Orton. So we have Orton, we have Edge, and we have Cena. Is this a flashback to 2006 or something? And plus we have Cody Rhodes with like 2009 WWE here, the past and the present, and Tyler Bate finally eliminated. This by Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes handing on. Nope. Just gets tossed out of the ring by Edge. So we're not going to see Cody Rhodes versus Alex Young Part 4. As Edge puts that to an end, Orton turns attention back to Edge and leaves Edge hanging on a little bit longer. Luthez press to Nakamura, and Bronson Reed is now eliminated by Tommaso Ciampa. Nate going for the reverse suplex and then knee to the face to Edge by Ciampa. Orton turns attention back to Edge. Shoves him in the corner now. Going to eliminate the Rated R Superstar. Nakamura just picking up the scraps. But Cena coming. The experience. Edge now is eliminated. And Edge and Cena both eliminated at the exact same time. Randy Orton, Nakamura, and Tommaso Ciampa are the last three left. The only three left until we get the latest entries in. Number 24, Mr. Show-Off himself, Dolph Ziggler. Another underdog in this match. Former, I believe, 2-time world champion with the world heavyweight champion. His chances. It's a pretty good number. But it seems like Nakamura's going to put that dream to an end and eliminates Dolph Ziggler immediately. 7, 6, 5, 4. What a takedown by Nakamura to Orton with the armbar. Number 25 is the Intercontenal Champion, Gunther. Represents Imperium. 25 for Gunther. That's a really good number. Really good number. If I was Johnny Gargano or Alex Young right now, I would start to be kind of nervous seeing Gunther have 25. Because he went an hour twice and was barely out of breath in both matches. Same at 25. I mean, he doesn't need to last very long. It just needs to get everyone out of the ring. With 26, Mustafa Ali, former NXT North American champion. Ciampa texts Ali from behind. Ali already taking a moment to breathe here. Nakamura looking to eliminate the Intercontinental champion. Ciampa turns attention over to Randy Orton. 3, 2, 1, and number 27 is the returning AJ Danger. We haven't seen Danger. I think it was Ali. We haven't seen Danger since that Iron Man match back in April. We haven't seen AJ Danger entering the number 27, the luckiest number inside the Royal Rumble's history. Oh, boys. Number 28. The former United States champion, Austin Theory. Less dangerously. If you remember back at my preview video I posted with introducing the core 6 for this year, he has a pretty high overall too, so his chance, and he's going after Gunther. Oh, the Nakamura about to eliminate Tommaso Ciampa, perhaps. Gunther cocky enough to take a moment to. What a drop kick, number 29 from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Kevin Owens. No, never mind, Keith Owens. I saw KO. I'm like, oh, it's Kevin Owens. Nope, Keith Owens. The same dude who, within a few weeks, ended up winning a number one entering himself into a number one contenders match for I believe it's the Mercenary Champion, and ended up losing the number one contenders match. And number 30 is the general manager of Defencdence and the leader of the CWO, Gamer. Going after Austin Theory now. Keith Owens going after Gamer. And here we go. This is the last 8, 9. The final 8 in this match. Keith Owens going after the general manager. Nakamura and Keith Owens. It's not on the bad side. RKO by Randy Orton. Clothesline by Keith Owens to AJ Danger. Seems like someone was eliminated. Oh, I believe that's Mustafa Ali. So he's out of here. Keith Owens on the apron. Danger and Gamer. There's definitely some history there between these two. They hit. You have to go a bit back in the channel, but you can definitely find it. There is definitely some history there. Gamer going after Ciampa. But Ciampa counters. Gamer still relatively fresh, trying to eliminate Tommaso Ciampa. And he does. Tommaso Ciampa is not going to Wrestlemania, as he's eliminated. And Inseguri. But Gamer and Randy Orton is eliminated. So we're down to the final 5. Austin Theory, Gamer, Gunther, AJ Danger, and Keith Owens. This should be a miracle for Keith Owens. And Austin Theory has been eliminated. Final 4. Keith Owens, AJ Danger, Gamer, and Gunther. Gamer trying to avoid going through his springboard. Clothesline by AJ Danger. Danger knows Gamer well, very, very well. Gamer going after Gunther. Keith Owens on the verge of elimination, perhaps, by AJ Danger. And a body slam to the outside. Final 3. Danger, Gamer, Gunther. Gunther trying to crawl to the corner. DDT to Danger. Gamer looking to eliminate his former partner. And Danger's hanging on. Pele kick. And Danger just comes back in at the last minute. Gamer eliminates himself by trying to eliminate Danger. And Gunther takes advantage. And Gunther wins the Royal Rumble. Gamer was trying to eliminate AJ Danger. And he ends up eliminating both of them. And Gunther is going to Wrestlemania. We could have Gunther versus Alex Young or Gunther versus Johnny Gargano. The final 2 in this match was AJ Danger and Gunther. The final 2. We could have had AJ Danger versus Alex Young. Was it like the 5th time? A rematch from last year. We could have had that. We could have had Gamer versus Alex Young. We could have had Gamer versus John. We could have so many brand new matches. We're still going to have a brand new match with Gunther versus John Gargano. This time last year, it was Gunther versus Karrion Kross for the COL World Champion. And Gunther won that match. He manhandled Karrion Kross. Now he perhaps is going against Johnny Gargano for the Defencdence World Champion. If I was Johnny, I would not be even worried about the Chamber match, which that's perhaps a triple threat match going on for the Defencdence World Champion at the Elimination Chamber. Perhaps. And if Johnny, if he survives that and retains the Defencdence World Champion, he would then have to go against, perhaps if Gunther chooses him, Johnny Gargano versus Gunther. Or Alex Young versus Gunther. There is some history there between Alex Young and Gunther. There is some history. So, the following contest is scheduled for 1 fall, and it is your main event of the evening, and it's for the Women's Intercontental Championship. And it'll be held inside the Hell in a Cell. About 2 weeks ago, a little over 2 weeks ago, Youngblood lost in what seems like a miracle. She lost the Women's Intercontinental Champion over to Bayley by the distraction of Dakota Kai. Dakota basically saved Bayley because Bayley was. Youngblood had Bayley down for the count. Dakota Kai came out. Youngblood was distracted just a little bit too long, and Bayley ended up finding a way to finally be the one to dethrone Youngblood and become the new Women's Intercontinental Champion. But it was up to. See, Gamer wanted it to be a fair fight, so he left it up to Youngblood to choose the stipulation for the rematch. If Youngblood loses, she is done. She needs to move on, get it done and over with. So Bayley accepting, like, now I'm going to beat you either way. I have the backup between Io Sky and Dakota Kai. I'm going to crush you. So when Youngblood chose to do it in her
home space. Because they call her the devil, so we're doing this in the devil sculpture, and that is the hell in a cell. Bayley has experience as a hell in a cell, but Youngblood, she hasn't been inside a hell in a cell match yet, but she has. But we have seen signs of her that are unhinged. That's what it's all about. The Intercontenal Champion here at the Royal Rumble, the main event of the evening. We've already seen 2 ginormous and monumental Royal Rumble matches. Youngblood for the first time in a year, close to it, is now a challenger for the Intercontinental Champion. It's basically a challenger in general, because for all our title matches for the last year, she has been the champion. The last time we've seen Youngblood enter into a title match as the challenger was Wrestlemaina last year, where she entered into Wrestlemaina as the Royal Rumble winner, go on to Wrestlemaina and win the Defencdence Women's Champion by defeating Becky Lynch. Now, a little under 1 year later, it's Youngblood and Bayley inside the Hell in a Cell. Youngblood not gonna waste any time, going for a gut wrench. See that Youngblood has inspired her new gear, or her updated gear, off of her first tag team, her first faction, which was Rising Evil, which we've seen AJ Danger return, and nearly seen AJ Danger return earlier tonight and nearly win the Royal Rumble, as he was last eliminated by Gamer, which Gamer accidentally eliminated himself at the same time, and Gunther ended up winning, and he's heading to WrestleMania. Bayley avoided the double axe handle. Bayley's just flonking, and a step up kick off of the apron to knock down Bayley, and this time the double axe handle connects by Youngblood. Ever since the Royal Rumble last year, Youngblood has been on her own, and she's made a path to greatness very quickly. And 1 year later, or around 1 year later, she has made herself a force to be reckoned with within the division. And here comes the cage being used for the first time, as Bayley's back gets smashed against it. Youngblood just tossing her. Looking under the ring, what kind of carnage is Youngblood thinking of? She seems like she wants to inflict as much damage as possible to Bayley, trying to use the steps as a weapon, but Youngblood avoids it. To the steps as Bayley gets smashed against them. And a fireman's carry drop by Bayley now, smashing Youngblood against the steps and the cage. Youngblood bouncing back. Bayley, with experience inside the Hell in a Cell and just in general, seeing it coming. Youngblood seems to be on the move. Attacking a grounded Bayley, and not allowing Bayley a second to rest. Both these superstars have been in the place where they were looked over as just another member of the roster sometime in their career. But Youngblood made it known that she was not going to be one of those people very, very early. She smashes Bayley across the steps. Yeah, she made it known very early that she did not want to just be another random member on the roster. Bayley, it took her some time, but she ended up getting there. It took a lot longer than it did for Youngblood. Bayley now bringing Youngblood back into the ring. It's Bayley thinking. She chucks Youngblood across the ropes. Youngblood needs to keep in the back of her mind that this is potentially her last shot at the Intercontinental Champion. It was Gamer who made the decision for this to be oh, there's the signature. Just the sidekick as Youngblood occasionally causing, planting Bayley across the bottom of the mat. Youngblood with the table, plopping it up. Trying to kick Bayley down. As I was saying, it was Gamer with the original idea for this to be Youngblood's last chance at the Intercontinental Champion, but Gamer's no longer the GM at this point because there's an interim GM now since Gamer's back as a competitor. Youngblood lighting the table on fire inside the Hell in a Cell, looking to cause as much carnage as humanly possible against Bayley. Youngblood, no! Powerbomb through the flaming table! Cover! 1, 2, no! How? What in the world? How? Bayley somehow, some way survives the flaming table. She got powerbombed through the flaming table and somehow survives it. In what world? This Intercontinental Champion is not just any other champion. It seems like both these competitors to this champion means the world to them. Bayley was the one who introduced the title. Youngblood quickly got it back, or quickly won it to become the first champion ever. And then Bayley defeated her to win the champion. And that's how we got here. Trying. Bayley seen Youngblood coming. An uppercut. Youngblood trying to avoid the action. Trying to avoid getting hit too much. She's going for an uppercut of her own against Bayley. Reversal by Bayley. Youngblood climbing, scaling the wall to try to get back to her feet. Falls once again. Bayley has complete control over the challenger. Just toying with Youngblood. Youngblood now starting to fight back. Flipping sides. Bayley smashes across the wall. Now Youngblood with a reversal, trying to keep Bayley, and she smashes Bayley across the wall. And these two are now exited the cage. There's now the limits are unbound, and anything can potentially happen since they are outside the cage. They're climbing, both of them, on the side of the cage, trying to knock the other one over. Bayley gets knocked over. Bayley's got pushed down the cage, and now Youngblood scaling to the other half of the cage. This is Youngblood's home space. Submission hold, crossface on the top of the cage. It won't do anything, but Bayley taps out immediately. It doesn't count because it's not inside the ring. It's not force count anywhere. But she tapped out immediately. DDT to the top of the cage. As Bayley gets a face full of steel. And Bayley falls down the cage. Bayley fell down from the top of the cage. Youngblood climbing back down safely so she doesn't do the same thing to herself. These two going back and forth in front of the announce table. Youngblood chucking Bayley to the other side of the arena. Climbing the cage once again. The announce table dangerously close. Bayley getting back up, coming back for Youngblood. As these two head back to the top of the cell. Bayley looking to finish off Youngblood, and there's the finisher. Doesn't do anything because they're not inside the ring. As Youngblood eats a face full of steel. She comes right back to it. Bayley falls off the cage once again. This time Youngblood pushes her off. Gut and knee to the gut to Bayley. Youngblood's not finished from the top of the cell. So they go back up once more. Perhaps looking to finish off Bayley. Or Bayley looking to finish off Youngblood, one or the other. And double kick again. Bayley's down. Youngblood. Blood money on top of the cell. And the second one on top of the cell once again. Pele kick. All these shots to the head are not going well for Bayley. Bayley avoids the suplex. Chop block to the leg of Youngblood. Youngblood avoids the drop kick and goes for a chop block of her own against Bayley. Comes the suplex. Driver suplex. And the cell is starting to break apart on the top. Avoids the blood money. And both of them fall through the cell. Going for the cover. 1, 2, and Youngblood stays in it. Youngblood stays alive. Going for the cover again. 1, 2, and Youngblood stays alive again. Bayley has no idea how. Bayley has no idea how Youngblood is staying alive, but she is. Bayley went through a flaming table and Youngblood went through the cell. Youngblood grabbed another table. really wanted to inflict the damage onto Bayley, perhaps. The table is just floating now. And a sweep takedown by Youngblood. She grabs the kendo stick now and just beating the living hell out of Bayley. Bayley trying to counter. Didn't walk. It's just looking to finish her off. But Youngblood seen it coming with and avoided it with the kendo stick. Grabs the table. Plops up the table, this time in the center of the ring once again. Bayley's... Oh, she was about to lay down Bayley on the table. Bayley avoided it. She avoids the drag once again. Bayley looking for the knee smasher. Then the takedown. Bayley grabs the kendo stick now, but Youngblood's gonna come in. Bayley to belly connects. Going for the cover. 1, 2, and Youngblood kicks out. Bayley is furious. Oh, she might want to move. Bayley wanted to finish her off with her finisher, but could not happen. Bayley gets dragged to the table once again. Another powerbomb through the table. This table shreds all over the mat, all over the ring, and to finish her off, blood money. A third time, cover. 1, 2, 3, and here is your winner, and your new Women's Intercontental Champion, Youngblood! Youngblood promised carnage, and she delivered, and she is once again your Women's Intercontinental Champion.